saving tomato seeds. Why would you want to save your tomato seeds? Well, maybe you got the most delicious tomato from your crop this year and you want to have the exact same one next year. Maybe you want to save money and not have to buy seeds again next year. Maybe you want to give them away as gifts. I don't know, but this is one of the biggest miracles of growing your own food, that you can buy a seed one year and you can continue to grow that same plant year after year at no additional cost to you other than soil and water, of course. You cannot guarantee that the seeds that come from this tomato are going to be exactly like the parent plant if you don't know that this is an heirloom or an open pollinated variety. What it means is that the seeds of this particular variety have been saved and saved and saved over generations. So that kind of makes sense, right? Heirloom, something that's passed down over generations. So it's really quite amazing to save seeds, and being that tomatoes are one of my favorite crops and one of the favorite crops of Southern California gardeners, I thought we would talk about saving tomato seeds today. What you're gonna need is a knife and a cutting board, a fine mesh sieve or colander. If you don't have one of these, then actually you can just accomplish what needs to be done with a paper towel. So grab one of those. I have a bowl and a cup of water here. This can also be done at the sink. So whatever works for you. When you're picking your tomato, be sure to pick one that is very ripe. More squishy is good, but definitely no abrasions or cracks on the surface where bacteria could get in. Cut your tomato in half. And regardless of what size of tomato that you have, this is how you do it. This is how you begin. And you're going to go ahead and squeeze the goop and the seeds into the sieve. Okay. Go ahead and do the other side. Now, this is a little bit of a tedious process, but it doesn't matter because as home gardeners, we really only need about 10 seeds to produce a whole crop the next year. So you will see here that you have a lot of gel surrounding the seeds. This is a layer that protects the seeds, but when you're saving them, it actually can increase the occurrence of bacteria. So we're gonna try to remove that. So first way to do that is to get some water on them, whether it's from the faucet or from a cup like I'm using. And then you're going to want to gently rub the seeds against the mesh. So not too hard, but you'll kind of get a feel for it. Basically, after a bit of this, you're gonna start to see the gel remove itself from the outside of the seed. So I'm just gonna keep that going. And if you wanna check in, if you're not sure like exactly how it's progressing, you can pour more water. I'll do that now. You can really see that it's starting to separate itself. Now, if you didn't have one of these mesh things, do not fret. All you really need is a surface that is abrasive enough that it can kind of rub off this gel, and actually a paper towel works just fine. So at a certain point, even if you're using this, you just go ahead and transfer the seeds to the towel. Obviously, if this is all you have, this is gonna be your first step. Okay, now you can really see on this white towel how those seeds have separated themselves. There's a little bit of gel on this guy. I'm just rubbing that and boom, that looks like it's been freed. I usually place the paper towel onto a plate and leave that sitting in a cabinet for about 2 weeks. And you're gonna wanna keep them out of direct sunlight in a space that's at least 70 degrees, if not 80. That's a little tough. Basically, any person's home that is kept at a comfortable level for themselves is gonna be sufficient for these seeds. But very important that they do not get direct light. So I usually put my paper towel on a plate and stick it into a cupboard, maybe on an upper shelf, so I don't accidentally take it down at some point, and put a calendar reminder in, and in 2 weeks, you take these out, you pop them into a Ziploc bag, make sure to label them, especially the variety. So I would write grape tomato on a piece of paper and stick it into the bag. And you store those also in a, cool, temperate place with no direct light, a drawer, perfect, closet, perfect. And then the next time you are planting your spring garden, you take them out and go to town. So, you guys, that's it. That's all you have to do to save tomato seeds from your amazing crop this year and grow the same ones next year. So I hope this has helped elevate your gardening to another level. I know it did when I started doing it, and I'm sending you all my love. Thank you again for tuning in this week. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.